I'm so sorry.
I doubt he can hear you.
Look at me. If you've ever needed a reason to gloat...
I have nothing to say to you.
I do. Will you do a shamed man a favor? I'd like not for my life to end with me shouting across a room.
The crown is waiting for me.
They can spare a short moment.
What do you want?
I have done foul things in my life. To get my title, my rank. I have sacrificed so much. Of things that were mine to sacrifice, and also of things that were not. But I did it all for a reason, Cicero. Always in the interests of the city. I need you to understand that. Now, I am fading. I might have survived the ordeal at the registry. But I am old. Even healing hands cannot reverse the toll of time.
Say what you must.
The registry is lost. The White Spire has fallen. Everything that I worked so hard to build up, gone. Just like that. And in its wake, all I can hear is a question. Was I wrong? Through all the years you've known me, watched me give up everything that I had for the city. Family, lovers, friends. I need to know. Was it all worth it? Please, Cicero, grant a dying man his wish.
Goodbye, Avestus.
So, that's that, then? That'll prevent us from being changed into masquerades.
If what we suspect is true, yes.
And if it's not?
Then we're dead either way.
Enough wading in such red waters, please.
Zilya's right. It will soon be time to march, and we do not have heart to spare for foul thoughts.
But do we have enough? The spire is practically impenetrable. It'll be like scaling a jagged cliff.
There are ways about it, Rex, I assure you.
I am not speaking of tactical maneuverings, Valencio. I'm speaking of sheer numbers. From the reports, the force that we're up against comprises faction upon faction of masked runners. Do we know just exactly what we're up against?
We're outnumbered, aren't we? The masked runners are strong in number, yes. But we are trained in the Medea, and they are not. That has always been the advantage of the Masquerada, and it will be what wins us this battle, too. And what if... Luminary? If there are any concerns that you have. What if she's right?
She?
This Lucia woman that you've spoken of, and the cataclysm. I mean, if we're going so far as to believe everything that you've told us, about that stone that you've got there, about what happened at the Hall of Songs, who's to say she isn't right?
Your words are bordering on treacherous, Seville.
Perhaps if I had some assurance that...
Mirabas is dead, and the Hall of Songs has withered. Is that not assurance enough that Lucia cares not for our culture? For what defines us as a people? Is that the sort of leader that you wish to follow?
I suppose you're right. Forget I ever said anything. Please. Perhaps...
Amadea?
Cicero, the Dactytes have moved.
What?
The Labora scouts saw them. A group has left the spire.
Prepare the defenses.
Not here. The Whispering Streets.
Why?
I don't know. But it was not a small dispatch.
Well, then we have to stop them, won't we?
Good. That's just what I was...
No,
What?
we're not going.
Why?
This is an opportunity. They're weakened. Their numbers are out. We must strike.
They are your brother's people, Cicero.
My brother is dead. And so is Razatov, and Lysandra, and Mirabos, and Ven. We're not going to the streets.
Cicero, please.
Leave us. We have things to discuss.
Cicero, what has gotten into you?
We need to make plans.
What we need is to...
Do not waste the lives of the Melicate, Zelia. They have bought us an opportunity. We are going to use it.
Agreed. We aren't in a position to go around helping other masked runners, when we have enough who are trying to kill us. If the Crown would report their individual strengths, we can formulate a plan from there.
We'll be just a moment.
Amadea told us what happened.
Why aren't we going?
There's no time.
No time for what, Cicero? Your brother's people?
They could help us.
No. We stand a better chance now.
Please, what has gotten into you?
We have a job to do. The city is at stake and...
Ticiana!
Do you feel that? That is pain, Gavar. Wrap your mind around it. Be familiar with it. Now see. You are still alive. You can survive this. You must.
I tried. I stayed. And it wasn't enough. They died because of me. Mira. Then... Livia. Because I was too slow. Because I was too stupid. Lucia warned me this would happen. She told me the others would pay. And they have. How can I live with myself?
We'll find a way. Together. All of us.
Now come here.
I'm sorry, Marshal. I think I might have gotten some blood on your armor.
I think I might leave it there. It's sure to be worth quite a bit when we win this war.
There. All done.
Where is she?
Out in the field.
I should go. Thank you. All of you.
Go, Cicero.
I can't believe they're coming together again. Other than the altars, I mean.
You sound disappointed that they're uniting.
The last time they came together was for the Bright War, and that only made things worse for the Contadani.
Honestly, sister, I have a feeling things are going to be a lot different this time around.
I think maybe you're right. But, sir, you're needing something?
Hey. Well, are you just going to stand there, or are we going?
What?
To the Whispering Streets, where else?
I knew you'd come back.
Really?
Come on. Let's go.
My brother used to tell me much about the Malakate, but the one thing he refused to touch was the Whispering Streets.
Because it was a place filled with secrets that, if anyone else knew, would have jeopardized our entire way of life.
Well, I've been too familiar with that notion these past few days.
I suggest you get used to it. We're in for a lot more change. Ages, it's so quiet.
Perhaps the Daktites haven't arrived yet.
All the better. That gives us time to get to the center of the ward. It's where Eczero will be.
You know the way?
No, it changes all the time. I'm going to have to call one of the lookouts. They'll take us through. In we go.
This place feels so... wrong.
It's by design. Every other night we have earthbrands that go out into the streets and twist them. It keeps Portieri away from us. All right, time to get help. There we go. Anytime now. What?
Don't let them leave!
I'm ready. We're going to have to find our own way through.
Hold your ground!
think we're on the right...
What in all the legacies is that? Brace yourselves! Ready yourselves! It must be the new Masquerades, fresh as they are.
Ages against such raw power. The Medea are barely going to be of any use against them.
Come on, we have to keep going. Hold your ground!
I'm ready.
We've got this!
Wait!
Now you see what I've wanted for you, what I gave you the opportunity to receive.
You and your scum killed Lysandra.
She was bringing you down. Her broken heart blinded her to the opportunities I gave her, to make real the dreams of the Mask Runners. Power, glory.
We wanted a world where we were free.
No! We wanted a world where the Masquerada understood what it meant to be like us. I am your door to that world. You've seen the power that lies at my fingertips.
Aegis. He sounds just like Lucia.
Think about it, Ецеро. Think about what this choice would mean for you. Glory, power, versus this wasteland that you've been living in. This power can free you of the chains of oppression, the shackles that we've all done nothing to deserve, but were instead born into. All that can come to an end, if you let it.
And my people? You will spare them?
They will join us, of course. Be part of the dream that we've chased for so long.
You promise?
I promise.
Stop it!
Amadеяй?
Look around you, Jez. This is not what we're about.
You left us!
And I spent those years with regret.
What?
Those 5 years away from here made me realize how much a part of me the Malachate were. How much was missing without them.
Foolish sentimentality.
This is what we are, Jez. Turn your back on this and there will be nothing but pain down the road. No glory, no peace, and no freedom. That I can promise you.
The Herald was right.
Get them! Watch your flanks!
Ages. I don't believe it. You came back. Both of you.
It's taken me a while, but I never should have left.
And you?
I needed someone to hold this.
I heard what happened at the Hall of Songs. I'd say I was sorry, but I'd rather be honest.
It's all right. The Herald will pay for what she's done, though.
Cicero, what I said a few days ago about the Malachate.
Have the sleepers awakened?
If you will have them by your side. Yes. Ages. All the armies. I can scarcely believe it.
Well, try harder, my friend. This is going...
What is this? Cicero?
Help, Tristan.
You have brought murderers into our field!
Look around you! A field is empty, the palette incomplete. We need them. The pride of the Masquerada have already cost us one army. Do not let it cost us another.
How am I to know that they will not stab my men in the back?
How do they know that you will not do the same? Look at them, Tristan. Their numbers pale in comparison to yours, to the Сейморы, and yet they come. If they, who have no chance of survival should you turn on them, are willing to trust in you, what excuse have you to withhold your trust from them? If you, for once, look past their masquerades and into their eyes, I promise you that you will find nothing but a mirror. These are people fighting for a better life, for their families. Now, they are willing to fight for their city.
I watched you knife the men and women that swore their lives to me 5 years ago. Now, I have the opportunity to avenge them. Do not make me regret wasting it.
Thank you, Tristan.
I don't know whether I should be relieved that you're yourself again.
You've got time to decide.
Not as much as I'd like. The Crown's developed a plan. You should hear it.
And I suppose he should too.
I'll see you inside.
Masquerada, among the Сейморы. Weapons kept away, shackles absent. Ages, Lysandra would be proud. Cyrus, too. It's like the second canticle.
After this, they will be treated like proper citizens of a land that birthed them.
If we even make it out. I see the Altis are absent.
But we have you.
I can only hope that is enough. We shouldn't keep them.
Fought anything like that before?
Your people won't even be on the front lines, Seville.
This is ridiculous.
What's going on?
Seville had men follow you to see what we're up against.
What's going on, Inspectore, is that we don't stand a chance.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the mask runners. You saw them yourself. You fought against some of them even. Such savage manipulation of the elements. How in all the colors do you think we're going to stand up against opponents like that?
Calm down, Seville.
Calm down? How can I calm down when we're all throwing our lives away? We've established that they outnumber us, and perhaps before I might have thought we could have done it. But Amadeyay mean nothing in the face of such raw power.
Then what would you have us do? Lie down and allow them to take everything that we have? The loss of the Hall of Songs will be just the beginning if that woman has her way with the city. I assure you.
Then perhaps she should have her way.
Seville!
I did not mean that. I apologize. I think I need a moment.
Will he be all right?
He's not the head of the Dieci for no reason.
Whatever it is, we should get on with the plan. The only ones left to be briefed are the two of you. The Dactytes control the Pale Isle and the White Spire. Lucia is somewhere inside the Spire, but it would be impossible to reclaim if we charge through the Isle head first.
The Dactytes have claimed the area as their own. It will be impossible to outwit them.
And impossible to crush them head first, with their strength and tactical advantage.
So how do you intend to get us across?
We plan to get you across, Cicero. Our goal, first and foremost, is Lucia. Once she's taken care of and you have the heart, the rest will fall into place.
What are you saying?
We need to split up. One force to assault the Pale Isle from the front, to pull the Dactytes away from the bridge that connects it to the Spire.
Assault the Pale Isle? There is only one bridge that connects it to the rest of the city.
The Dieci will brand bridges for us and follow us over once the rest get across.
And the other force?
The Cacciatore, my people, and the Masquerada will follow you. We will travel under the Colara, all the way to the rear of the Pale Isle.
Under the water?
With enough water brands, it's possible. Take it from me.
After we get to the rear of the Isle, we will emerge and cross the bridge to the White Spire itself.
While the first force buys you time. Hopefully the Dactytes will be too distracted to notice.
And what happens to you after we cross?
Well, if we can get through to the bridge and cross it as well, that would be ideal, but...
You don't think you're going to be able to?
No. Chances are the most we'll be able to do is hold the Dactytes up. Once you cross with enough people, we'll turn around and retreat. Come back the way we came, over the Dieci's bridges.
And if they follow you?
We'll collapse the bridges.
And if they brand their own?
Then we'll find some other way to deal with it.
This is insane!
This is necessary, Cicero! It is the only way we're going to be able to secure you a chance at Lucia. Once you deal with her and get the full set of artifacts...
There must be some other way!
Then suggest it, please! While you were gone, the few songstresses that remain came by to lend their strength as well. The Hall of Songs is gone, and they have little left to protect.
You've told the armies what they're going up against?
We will be doing that now. A small portion of our forces will remain here to keep the songs of those that march.
They are already being sung?
It will ease the minds of those that go into battle. They will fight better.
Cicero, perhaps you should take this time to speak with those close to you as well. You might not have many more chances.
I don't think I've had the chance to apologize yet.
No. I don't think I gave you one.
I'm sorry.
Duty above all else. That's always been the case with you. We are what we are. If I've learned anything over the past few days, it's that running away from that is a fool's errand.
It doesn't make me any less sorry for almost killing you.
I'd like to think not. But we can move on.
Sounds good to me. If anything happens later...
Tristan,
I just don't want for us to end on a bad note. Just like old times?
Just like old times.
Quickly!
I'm almost done.
Well, hurry up! We don't have all day.
There, finished.
Finished what?
Sir!
Sir!
What are you two doing?
Oh, well...
After all this time, you still think you can hide secrets from me?
It's all right, brother. I think it's ready.
If you say so. It's, got all the original inscriptions as well, sir.
And then some.
By the ages. This is beautiful.
You think so, sir?
In all my life, I've never seen either Artigiani or Fabra capable of such craftsmanship. This is a gem.
I'm so glad you like it, sir. We picked up these patterns this morning from a... Well, we picked them up this morning.
Thank you. Both of you.
No, sir. Thank you. I don't think you can quite comprehend how much you've changed our lives.
The man we brought around in our coach before you, he threatened to cut off our limbs and feed us to the Fae.
Almost made good on it, too.
Sir, we know we're just contadani coach hands, but the way you've treated us...
In the past few days, we've felt like real people, sir.
Because you are. No rest for the bright, I see.
Not with all that's happened, no.
Shouldn't someone other than a marshal be doing such... What are you doing exactly?
I'm penning down the bright chorus.
All of it?
Every verse. And you're right. It's not the job of a marshal. It's that of a magistrate.
Magistrate?
As of an hour ago, yes.
Fabio condones this?
He's the one that promoted me, in fact, and the one that's given me the honor of enduring these wrist cramps.
Quite a change in tune.
Quite. After the Assemblia, he had some time to think about things. He wants to turn the guild around, bring it back to its roots.
And that's something he wants to do now?
We're not committing all of our forces. There'll be a few courts that'll keep its people. After I'm done with this, I'll send it back to them, so no matter how tonight turns out, the true heart of the Luca Infinita will still beat.
Your father will be proud.
Strange, isn't it? I never felt like I did his memory any justice until I defied the biggest thing he'd left behind. His guild.
Did I miss something?
How do you do it, Cicero?
What?
Look around us. Armies have gathered at your command. In a matter of hours, they'll go to war. They'll fight for you.
Because they have to. Their leaders have decreed it so.
It's more than that. To command a mind is one thing, but to command a heart as well. There's been talk going around.
Oh?
About what you've done over the last few days. The past you've had to overcome. People are taking your story to heart. It fuels them.
I can't say I did very much in that case.
And yet, it's more than enough.
You really think I inspire?
Cicero.
What?
Have you not turned around and looked at those who follow you? The mariner has learned acceptance. The bloodling chose sacrifice. The mask runner has lowered her walls. And the marshal, she listens to her heart again. If you look at those who keep your company and still cannot see, then, as I did when we first met, allow me to make something clear to you. You are a leader, and you always will be.
Thank you.
Then he took the Fae by its fangs and said, "You will harm no one ever again." And he breathed fire onto it.
Are you sure it's wise for the children to be here?
Vince said she saw all the armies marching through the streets and knew something was wrong. She wanted to bring them here to see me in case... Well, here they are.
Olana seems to be well.
I don't think she's fully comfortable with the idea that her brother was different, or even that I am, but she is making an effort, and that is more than I can ask for.
The children are taking well to her, I see.
She reminds them of Jaxus. She tells stories with the same passion. I don't know if my life will ever be the way it was when he was around, but for now, I think this is more than enough.
All the more to lose, then.
Cicero, what is it?
We've lost the Altus, Calden. Sure, we might have the Melicarte, but...
You think I would choose not to follow you?
I wouldn't blame you if you did, seeing as how you now have so much to lose.
Cicero. Tides, you don't understand, do you? It is because I now have what you see that I'm not going to turn away. I owe you everything. You helped me find my brother, helped me grieve his death, helped me accept myself for who I am. I have jumped into wells for you, killed giant rock fae with you, followed you into the lair of cultists and madmen. And I will sail with you to the very end, even if those winds lead me away from the shores of life. On a mariner's moon, this I vow.
Hey, sir.
Hey, Vint.
I know the city's waist deep in it, but I'd wade right through it to see them all so happy.
You drinking again?
Celebrate, sir. One last time. Actually, you deserve it. For a job damned well done. Besides, from the look of things, I think you need this more than I do. You're a good man, sir. I don't know if I've told you that, but you are.
Going on and on about how they kept losing their crescents, and all I could think was, "Fi, fi, fi." Hang on, I'll be back. There you are. I was hoping to catch you.
Don't let me keep you from them. You look like you're getting comfortable again.
What can I say? Family is family. Come on, I have something to show you.
Someone's been hard at work.
Of course. Have you seen the number of questions this investigation has raised? I mean, sure, we are going to war with a madwoman who can create masquerades, but the bigger picture. A hypothesis on the future of masquerades and fae. A proposition on what the Dementicate called a god. Breog. Who is he? What is he?
Amadeyay.
An extrapolation of the timeline of how quickly we can create masquerades.
Hey.
What?
For a historian, you're thinking quite a bit about the future.
And why shouldn't I?
Amadeyay.
I'm serious. These are important questions, Cicero. questions that we'll need to figure out once this is over.
We?
What? You thought you could get away so easily? You were the one that roped me into this investigation, in case you've forgotten. You're not dropping out so simply.
May not have a choice in the matter. I don't want us to be under any delusions, Amadea.
I'm not. We might not make it out. I know that. I was a mask runner, Cicero. I spent my childhood not knowing if I'd see the sun of tomorrow. But does that make it wrong to hope? To think about the future? To believe that we will have one? You once asked me why I decided to follow you.
And you never gave me an answer.
It's because I believed that following you might somehow have been the key to a brighter future. I'm still holding on to that. Please, don't ask me to let go.
Then, I look forward to hearing your theories, once all this is done.
Yes, once all this is done.
Are you ready, Cicero? There's no going back from this point on.
I understand. I'm ready.
Then let us march.
They are coming. You are silent. Do you doubt?
We may have powerful Masquerades, but our numbers. If we had the Barati, if you...
Do not keep your thoughts from me, child.
If you hadn't told me to leave Razatov's laboratory in the Quiet Order untouched, Cicero would have had no leads. If you hadn't told me to send fewer men to the Conoscenza, to the Cleaver, he would have stood no chance. What is your plan for him?
My child, you must accept.
I have followed you unfailingly, unquestioningly. Yet you refuse to show me the answers, even after everything that I have done for you. Why?
My child. My poor child.
I want an answer, not your cold comfort.
You search for peace of mind. The answers and explanations you search for, they will not give it to you. They will only make it worse.
What? What do you mean? Explain yourself!
This is it. We go in.
Luminary, the other guilds have all made it across. Our troops are awaiting your orders.
Tell them to drop the bridges.
What?
We do not board sinking ships, Jadon. That is the way of fools, not the way of our people.
But they're not going to stand a chance without us, and if they want to cross back here, there'll only be a single bridge left.
Which is why you need to find out as much as you can about this Lucia woman. It would be good to know a little bit more about our future friends. After all, if what she wants is for the city to come together, I'm certain she'll appreciate how much easier we made her job.
I understand. I'll give the order now.
We're making good progress.
Don't speak too soon. We need to help the others secure the area, then group up. We don't stand a chance disorganized.
Brace yourselves.
Doing well.
There aren't nearly as many of them here as I thought there'd be.
They must be on the way.
I hope so. It means our tactic's working.
And it means we've barely begun. You should keep going. Vicario and Seville might need help.
On it.
So the storm begins.
Your troops might not have had much experience in a battlefield, but they fight well.
And yours fight like true soldiers. You've done well with them.
Hopefully it'll be enough.
Sir?
What's wrong?
The Dieci!
Do they need help?
They didn't make it across the bridges.
What? Were they assaulted?
No, sir. They
Speak up, Alencio. What happened?
turned back.
What?
None of them crossed the bridge, sir.
This can't be.
It is. My men reported the same thing.
Then we can't turn back.
Do not speak of turning back yet, Valencio. We still have work to do.
Fabio was right. Knowing the numbers that we're up against, we haven't drawn out as many as we need to.
But even if we do...
Tristan, we prepared for this the moment we left the throne.
We did. This is it then. We go all the way.
All the way.
As it should be. The more Dactytes that run to him, the better.
For us, you mean?
Cicero, they know what they're doing. Trust them.
I know. But it's difficult, feeling so helpless.
We must endure it. Brecken, are you keeping track?
We'll be there soon. We're just skirting the Isle and... Hold!
By the moons!
What's going on?
The mask runners. They must have seen us somehow. They're firing at us from above.
No!
What is it?
One of the bubbles! Gone!
That's dozens.
There's nothing we can do.
Yes, there is.
Celia!
I'm freezing the water around us. It'll buy us some time.
Until what?
Come on, Tristan.
Tristan, look!
Cut you down!
We need to stop them. We'll survive this.
For the light! Into the light once again. Just scratch. Stroke away.
A welcome sight you are. That hurt.
Shadows.
Can't stand for much longer. My God.
You have my thanks. Is that all you've got?
A welcome sight you are. Better me than them.
Justice will blind you! I don't have much left. I'm sorry. Just scratch.
A welcome sight you are.
Please.
Valencio, we've cleared out the area.
Of all of them?
There weren't that many.
Again. Something doesn't feel right.
Until we know what it is, we should keep moving.
Right. To the bridge.
Has it stopped?
I believe it has.
Then we need to go. We've wasted enough time.
Thank you, Tristan.
Hold your ground!
Weapon at the ready!
That's it. Seems like it's worked.
For now. We don't know what's happening in the Isle itself.
There are so few Masqueraders here. Seems the others did their job.
Come on. Let's not waste their efforts.
Something's not right.
Rex?
What is it, Bricken?
The stone. Run!
The bridge. It's cracking.
He's holding it together. We need to go.
What?
Go!
Brecken!
Cicero! We need to get off the bridge!
Damn it! Here they come!
is a lesson I won't forget.
They were waiting for us!
We have to get to the other side. There are troops that haven't made it across.
Valencio! We lost hundreds of troops on that bridge.
Which is why we need to send more to Cicero!
How?
We'll figure out a way.
Do not be a fool, Valencio. Cicero is by himself from this point on. There is no way any help that we plan to give can reach him.
You don't know that! Portieri, we move!
Valencio! Damn it! Luca! Too! By the light, what?
No! There are too many, Fabio!
Valencio!
What?
Where did they come from?
No, no!
Coming! Damn it!
They're not stopping. The Luca and the Laboris are gone, Tristan.
No, but... We have to go forward. Regroup with the troops. Most of the Malacarte are there.
What? That's a lost cause, Valencio.
We can't go back. The Dactytes are thickest there.
But what do you plan to...
Portieri, to the bridge!
Valencio!
How many made it across?
Not enough. Most of the Cacciatori and the Sorelli were on that bridge. And the rest of us are here.
Damn it!
Tristan, we're in a corner.
No, we're not.
They're coming!
That's not going to hold!
He's not meant to. Come with me! Tell Cicero to do me proud.
What are you?
Take the Portieri with you. He needs all the help he can get.
What about you?
Someone needs to get you over. Well, I guess this is it.
Ages.
Impossible.
Go! Thank you.
Ецеро!
We're the last of them.
Tristan, where is he?
I'm sorry, Cicero. No.
Tristan! I always wondered what salting was like. Tristan! Sing a good song, my friend. Mad or desperate indeed. No! No!
This needs to end. The spire will be ours. We move.
Harold, Cicero Gavar made it across the cholera. And he's not alone.
What?
The Valencio. He managed to get the troops across. They outnumber us in the spire. We committed too strongly in the Pale Isle. He's headed this way. What should we do?
You are dismissed.
But...
Go. Please. You knew he'd make it this far, didn't you? You didn't just know it. You wanted it. You planned for it. The Barati were destroyed, so Cicero would stand a chance. Clues were left behind because you wanted him to get this far. You needed to bring the city together. So you needed a threat for them to fear. But it couldn't be too weak or the city wouldn't unite against it. And it couldn't be too strong or the city would fall to it. That's your plan, isn't it? For me to die. You'd planned it all along, hadn't you? Make me the villain so the city could rally behind Cicero's call. You worked everything down to the detail, balanced everything perfectly for this moment. And there I was, believing that I was achieving something greater.
But you have. I told you that the city had to come together. And look at what you've achieved. You did it, my child. But there is a final step. The city needs one last thing. Either a hero or a martyr.
A living beacon of what the city can do, united. Or a martyr to to live on in the hearts of those who survive. You need the city to remember this.
And they will not do so without heroism.
Leave me, please. Cicero. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Tides. Even here as well.
The spire is our goal. We go.
Earthbrand's behind it, Cicero. We have to find another way around.
By the night. What was that?
Weapon ready.
Blood. What are they?
Let's do this.
Why won't they stop coming?
Pain. They're being summoned.
Like what happened to Palov.
It has to be. We need to cut off their source.
And we're going to have to fight our way through.
Spear point!
All right, we're going to get you out.
Aces!
I'm ready. It's crumbled through and through, Cicero. We cannot run through it.
The right wing. We can still make it. Come on. What?
Ah! Cicero, go! We'll buy you time.
You're not going to be able to hold them all off by yourselves.
He's right. You need help.
No, I can't.
They're right, Cicero. If we can't hold them here, they'll catch up to you, and all will be for naught.
It's not going to hold!
Cicero, you know us best. You need to choose.
I understand. Cicero, thank you for everything.
It will be an honor to give my life defending you.
Go, Cicero!
Here they come!
Let's make them regret.
I owe you.
Let's do this! Forget. I can't take it! I'm ready.
Rhythmiaeth.
That is a lesson I won't forget. A little wounded. I need help.
Arias.
Here we are. Hello, Cicero.
Lucia. What happened to you? Don't you see what you've done? How much you've cost the city?
It was quite beautiful while it lasted, though. The colors. Standing beside one another. Fighting. This is the power of faith, Cicero. Of belief. To unite. To give strength. To drive people to do things they never thought they would.
It drove you insane.
It did, didn't it?
Stand down, Lucia. Give me the heart and the seed. You said you wanted the city to come together. At the rate this is going, there'll be no city left. Tell the Dactytes to stand down. The city can still recover if you stop this insanity. Please. It is over.
I'm sorry, Cicero. But there is a final step. The city needs a martyr.
Here they come! We've got this!
Weapon at the ready!
Here they come! Lucia! You have said it yourself. We have the same goals. And those goals have been met. Carry this on any further and you risk losing it all. Surrender yourself. Please!
After you die, they will hang me in revenge for your death. But your sacrifice will hold the city together for years to come. You are right that we have the same goals. But we have not achieved them, Cicero. Not yet.
You said you are a woman of faith. Have faith in our people! They do not need this bloodshed to stand together.
You know that is a lie. Only in the fields of red do the colors stand together. You cannot think they would have united any other way. And you cannot think they will stay united any other way. I'm sorry, Cicero.
Spear point! It's heating up! I need help!
Oh, yes.
I need help!
That's a lesson I won't forget.
Hilf mir!
Took a hit! Ages! I can't take it! That is a lesson I won't forget. It's heating up! Assistance, please!
Oh, yes.
That is a lesson I won't forget. A little wounded. I need help.
Hilf mir!
Ages too close. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
You're not this city's hero, Cicero. Goodbye, Cicero.
By the ages.
Lucia!
Umber will remember you. Weapon at the ready. lesson I won't forget. That is a lesson I won't forget. Took a hit! Ages! I can't take it!
But I need it.
Ages too close.
Yes.
Indeed. That's a lesson I won't forget.
No. If you kill it with anything but the knife, it will just return.
Yes! I will return!
It's going to jump.
No!
Cicero!
So, Umber has its hero.
As it does, its martyr. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Not yet, Gavar. Your work here is not done.
Apologize on my behalf, please. I don't think I'm comfortable leaving him alone yet.
Sure. I'm sure she'll understand. Hero of Umber and all that. Well, I've got 7 other Wonkos that I need to visit, so I'll see you at home.
Hopefully.
Cal, it's been a week. Are you sure?
He'll come around. I'm sure.
All right then. See you.
Hero of Umber.
Good morning.
The others, are they?
We made it, Cicero. All of us.
It is a good morning.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, like I'm missing something. The stomach, maybe, or a kidney.
At least it is in your sense of humor.
Which I suppose is surprising, considering what happened.
You remember?
Quite clearly. The explosion was rather bright. I think it's been burned into my head for eternity. Everything after that, though, I can't say I had the mind for.
You didn't. You were dead. More than dead, in fact. I don't want to describe the scene, but suffice to say, you actually are a kidney short.
What?
It, rolled off the roof. In pieces.
You're kidding.
It's the only thing, I promise.
I was in pieces?
Just part of your midsection. The blade was in you when it exploded, you know.
What happened after that?
There was a glow of light, and your heart started beating again. We rushed to put you back together. The light was still there, and your body mended itself impossibly quickly. And then it left.
The lady?
Amadeyay thinks so too. Tides, Cicero, there's still so much about them that we don't know. I mean, if they can do something like this...
Another time, Calvin, please. What happened after?
We took control of the artifacts. The battle was won within the morning.
So quickly?
With the knife in the heart, we realized that we could stand against anything. We could shut down branding completely, withstand anything that anyone threw at us. We destroyed the Masquerades that the Dactytes were using and subdued them. Both the Spire and the Pale Isle were reclaimed in just hours.
And the Dactytes, they just allowed themselves to be captured?
Tides, no. It was quite the scene. Ецеро spearheaded it all. When the Dactytes found out that Lucia was gone and the artifacts were ours, they were vulnerable. Ецеro used that against them, reminded them why they were fighting at all in the first place. For a better life. For freedom. He used the Malacarte as an example, standing beside Сеймора unoppressed. He told them that they could have that life too, that freedom. The majority of them acceded immediately.
But the casualties on our side...
It's true, many died in the battle. The Luca and the Labore survived the rout though. They fought defensively, bought themselves enough time until they could be rescued with the artifacts. Fabio suspects they lost about 1/5 of their forces only.
And the other guilds?
The Sorelle and the Cacciatore were hit the hardest among us. The fighting at the base of the spire didn't last long enough to be too significant. But the bridge...
And Brecken?
Yes, he's gone. The bright side is that, being in charge of the Randaggia, most of the Cacciatore's forces weren't even in the city in the first place. They'll recover.
And your guild?
The Sorelle's the largest guild of them all. Portion-wise, we might have lost the most, but still we outnumber the others. All in all, considering that the Masquerada were only a fraction of the city's population, and the only severe loss has been that of the Registry and the Portieri, the city is doing well. We can rebuild from this. So long as we don't have any more traitors from within.
The Alta Sintieci. What's happening to them?
Nothing as of now. The Concilio is deciding amongst themselves what to do with them.
Concilio?
Seymour's crown has been shattered, Cicero. The whole idea of the Сеймора, in fact, is beginning to mean little, now that the divide between them and masked runners is disappearing. The Concilio will take their place, but I shouldn't speak too much about them. I'll let Amadея do that.
Amadея?
Yes. She's one of the advisors.
Now that's a story I'd like to hear.
And you'll have the time to now.
That I will. Calden, do you know if the twins are around?
They are, in fact. They wanted to be among the first to see you wake up.
Good. There's somewhere I'd like to go.
Are you sure? I don't think you're in a position to...
It's just a kidney, Calden. I'll make it. Now, get me out of this bed.
All right.
And good riddance!
A funeral pyre? How thoughtful.
Inspectore, you're awake.
Ah, see, I told you it'd come around.
You shouldn't have gone through the effort.
Oh, no, it isn't a pyre, sir. Well, perhaps it is, but it isn't for you. It's for the damned accreditor. Spent all that time studying for nothing, and now the registry's gone.
Neither of you sound the worse for it.
It fed us, sir, but that was about it. If you talk about allegiances of the heart, you know ours belong to you.
Stop. I don't think my heart's ready for such clawing words. How've the two of you been the past week?
Positively annoyed, sir. This new Concilio keeps hounding us. They keep saying that they need spokespeople for the Contadani on board, but what are we going to talk about? How to groom horses and fix wheels?
For all you know, that might be exactly what they want.
Oh, really? You actually think so? What?
He doesn't, brother, please. Since you're all dressed up, I assume you didn't come to us just to talk.
I'm afraid not. There's someone else I need to speak to.
Wonderful. I sort of miss riding around the city. Where are we going, sir?
The docks, please.
Off we go, then.
Eventful your stay's been, hasn't it?
I suppose that's one way to put it. I hope the war didn't cause you too much distress.
Out here? Not even a little. All the action was happening in the deeps of the city. Only thing that people were fighting about here was which tale was the truth. Didn't even feel like a civil war was happening, truth be said.
Good. You can make the trip back with some gossip, then.
You sure you don't want to come back with me?
Yes, I'm sure.
Are you sure you're sure?
Yes.
Still hurting, eh?
Not all wounds can be healed so easily, Varl.
Hey. But your worst ones are?
Yes.
Seems like coming back here's done you some good. Well, seems you've kept your end of the bargain. I won't be making a trip to the pits to wrangle your neck anytime soon. I suppose that's it then. I'd best leave now. A man have never seen me cry, and I tend to keep it that way.
Varl, before I forget.
Yeah?
For my parents. This'll get them through years in the plains.
Ha! The Earl's gonna wet himself when he sees this, I tell ya.
Send my parents my regards, won't you?
Aye. I'll tell them the hero of Umber said hi. Goodbye, Cicero.
Goodbye.
Oh, ages.
Holy, what are you... Calden told you.
He's going to tell everyone. Tizzy will be here soon.
Tizzy?
Cute, I know.
Calden was telling me a little about the Concilio, but he said I should ask you about it.
The both of us, yes.
So, what is it?
Come on. Let's talk along the way. It's basically a board of representatives from all the sectors of our society. They've come together to chart a course for the city, including what to do with the artifacts.
Doesn't sound too different from the Crown.
The Crown represented a fraction of Umber. This city's made up mostly of contadoni and mask runners, so those are the voices that are going to be heard from now on. Jezzero's part of it, along with Zelia, Favio and Vicario. We're not sure who else just yet.
The two of you?
I'm just an advisor. We'll be supervising the research into Dementicate history. We're going to try to create more sentient Fae that we can talk to. Hopefully learn more about the past.
And I'm the official translator and ambassador of the modern world. Oli's their de facto ambassador too.
It sounds like you've gotten your tongue back as well.
It's been a week, Cicero. Longer than all the time that I've been with you. Though it certainly doesn't feel that way.
So you're fine?
Not completely. But I've learned how to manage. Oli here's helping me understand salting better as well.
Ages. I'll be honest, waking up in itself is one surprise, but to be greeted with such good news is...
And here. And here. And here. And...
Oh, by the light! I'll do this another time, please. Cicero!
Tiziana! Or should I say magistrate?
Please, Cicero, drop the ranks and let me thank you for extricating me. I never expected the life of a magistrate to be so filled with paper.
What are you signing for exactly?
That squire hunted me down all the way from the Flame Tongue for my signature, to commission the Bright Hall.
Sounds fancy.
It's where the main copy of the Bright Chorus will be kept. It's also the prime source of the tedium in my life. Speaking of tedium, where's the mariner? Isn't he the one that called us all here?
He accompanied me to the docks, but ran off after that.
Yes. He said something about meeting Orlana. He should be here.
There he is.
It seems I'm late. I apologize. I've had a few errands to run.
Errands? You're the most free out of all of us now that things have blown over.
Speaking of which, you never told me what's kept you busy this past week.
Just the Sailheart. I lead a far less glamorous life compared to our friends here. Not that I'm complaining.
Then what errands have you the right to be running about attending, instead of spending time with us?
This.
What is this?
The songs of Leventhus and Levia.
Calden.
The songstresses are still torn about how to salvage the Hall of Songs now that the singing tree is dead. So in the meantime, she said that you can wear it with you. Always keep them near.
Thank you. They will be remembered.
That's good. Especially once Damien comes around.
Damien? How is he? He wasn't at the infirmary when we left.
We don't know.
What do you mean? Where is he?
That's the thing, Cicero. After the battle at the Spire, when we came back to the throne, he wasn't there.
Ages. And no one saw him?
None. And I don't think any of us are quite equipped with the faculties to find him. But I suppose now that you're up...
I'll have to look into it, but one thing at a time.
And speaking of Orlana and songs, is it true, Calden? Have the songstresses called for the end of the 8th canticle?
I think it's quite clear that the events of the past few days have been enough to end it. Either way, it's been 15 Missouri already.
She's named it as well?
The 8th canticle. Songs and Shadows. Songs for the many great people that have perished over the years, and shadows for the darkness that's loomed over the past decade.
Not very cheerful, but fitting, I suppose.
Well, now that we're all here, what should we be doing next?
There is so much. The mural in the Misted Isle spoke of gods still being alive. That's not something we should take lying down, is it?
And of course, there's the issue of another cataclysm.
And the lady.
And the Fae that led my brother. If he could be alive, so might others like him.
So many questions. all worth investigating.
Are you up for it this time, or am I going to have to plead again?
Only if we do it together. All of us.
Orlana's looking after the Sail Heart.
As magistrate, I have autonomy enough to venture where I please.
I suppose I could afford a day or two to prance around the city with you lot.
And what about you, Cicero?
I did not send the captain of the Emerito away just so that I could stay here for nothing.
Then, what are we waiting for?
Not yet, Kavar. Your work here is not done.